hope you're well. Today I'm bringing to you a new project. It's an ear warmer and I've called it the Autumn Leaves Ear Warmer. It's really gorgeous. I've actually done mine. I'm going to show you step by step how to do yours, and I've left it undone just so that we can finish it together. So that's it, and this matches perfectly my Autumn Leaves Infinity scarf I released just last week. So I'll link that video in the description box, and make sure to check it out if you want to have the matching set. Also, I made this with what remained from one of my skeins of yarn, so I'll get back to that in just one moment. So to make this project, I used Lion Brand Landscapes in shade Tropics, and you only need one skein of this. Actually, not even one skein, because for my cowl I used 1 skein and a quarter, or maybe 1 skein and a half, to make the cowl last week, and what remained in that ball of yarn I used to make this ear warmer. So I also used a 6.5mm crochet hook and a tapestry needle to sew in my loose ends and to sew my ear warmer together, and just a pair of scissors to snip off those ends. And without further ado, I'll just jump right into the tutorial. So just for your information, I will be using US terms, and the free pattern is available on my blog, selinaveronique.com. So to begin this project, you are going to be making a slip knot. So just go ahead and make your slip knot and pop your hook through. Once you've done that, for the ear warmer, you will need to be chaining 13. So I'm just making like a sample with a generic yarn, but for the ear warmer you will be chaining 13. So just go ahead and chain your 13. 1, 2. So I've just finished chaining my sample. You will have chained 13 for your ear warmer. So you're just going to pop your thumb here on that last chain that you just made, and what you're going to do is chain another 2. So 1 and 2, and this counts as your first half double crochet, and you will be going into that stitch that you put your thumb on, which is actually now the 3rd stitch from your hook. So you're going to place a half double crochet there. So you are going to wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that stitch, pop your hook through, take your yarn, pull it through. You've got 3 loops on your hook, take your yarn and pull it through your 3 loops, and that's a half double crochet made. So we're just going to do that until the end of the row. So just take your yarn, wrap the yarn round, go into the next chain, take your yarn, pull it through. You've got 3 loops on your hook, take your yarn and pull it through your 3 loops, and just go ahead and do all your half double crochets until the end of the row, and I'll meet you back once you've done that. So I've just finished my row, and I've placed a half double crochet in each and every stitch. So if you count your stitches, you should have 14, because you chained 2 at the beginning of your row, which counted as your first half double crochet, and then you half double crocheted in every single chain, and you had 13 chains plus 1, so that's 14. So to make your second row, you are going to chain 2, 1 and 2, turn your work around, and this counts as your first half double crochet, which is attached to that first stitch. So the next half double crochet we're going to do is in this stitch, which is actually the second stitch right here. The second stitch, because obviously your first chain 2 counts as your first half double crochet. So to have an even number and to have a very straight edge, you will just go ahead and do your half double crochet in the second stitch. So just wrap your yarn round, go into that stitch, take your yarn, pull it through. You've got 3 loops on your hook, pull it through the 3 loops. And just go ahead and do your row and pop a half double crochet into every half double crochet from the previous row, making sure you go through these 2 strands right here. So you will be going into the top of your stitches, and it's these 2 strands right here. And just go ahead and finish this row. So I'm at the end of this row and I've almost finished it. So I've popped a half double crochet into every half double crochet, and my last half double crochet is going to go into this stitch right here, which is the chain 2 from the previous row. And I'm actually showing you this because it doesn't really look like the other stitches, and you need to place a half double crochet into that chain 2 just so that you have a straight edge and the right number of stitches. And it can be a bit tricky to recognize it, so just always remember at the end of each row to pop a half double crochet into that chain 2 from the previous row. So now we're just going to chain 2, 1 and 2, turn our work, and again we're going to do the exact same thing that we've previously done. So I'll just let you do that, which is place a half double crochet into every single half double crochet from the previous row. Don't forget your last stitch right here, which is your chain 2 from the previous row. And yeah, I'll just let you do that, and you have to do that for a total of 32 rows. So on my project I've got 32 rows of half double crochets. So I'm back and I've actually finished obviously my project, and I'm just going to show you how to sew it. So to sew it, I've left a long tail on my project, so I'm just going to pop my yarn through and my needle, and what I'm going to do is stitch from one side. I'll just show you on camera as best I can. Yes, what I do is a seamless stitch. So I just pop my hook through the yarn and pop the needle, and just pop the needle through each side, alternating those sides. And this just gives like this seamless stitch. You can actually sew it in any way you prefer. This is like my favorite stitch to sew. So it just goes back and forth, once in one side and the next time in the other side. And I'll just let you carry on until you reach the end, and then just fasten off and tidy up your loose end, and I'll show you how to do the rest of the project. So I'm back and I've just seamlessly stitched this part of my ear warmer. So to finish off your project, it's very simple. So this is my seamless seam, and what I'm going to do, I chose this part because I think it looks really nice and symmetric with these two colours, which look really nice together. So just choose any side of your ear warmer that you would like to be on the top of your head, so visible. I'm going to choose this part because it's the part that I want to be visible. And what you're going to do is crinkle it up. So there's no specific way, so I've just crinkled it. So I hope you can see. So I'm just taking it and crinkling it like so. So there's no real technique for this. Just do it any way you prefer. And you're just gonna take a piece of yarn, like I've got this, and what we're going to do is pop it through that place that you crinkled. So just pop your hook through. Always remember that with crochet you've got the possibility of correction, so don't get too stressed out with things like that. If you don't like it, you can pull it out and redo it. So I've crinkled this up and I'm popping my needle through with the yarn. So it's gone through like so. What I'm going to do is attach a knot here. Like so, I'm going to make a knot. I'm going to double this up. I'll obviously secure it too once I'm tying it up my loose ends, but just so that it's easier. So, and just pull it until you reach that knot, but don't pull it too hard because it will go through your yarn. It's just so that it's like, yeah, you know when it's ends. So yeah, once you've done that, just pop your needle through another couple of times, however you prefer. So I'm just showing you, this is what it looks like. It's like a bow kind of thing. So I'm just gonna pop my needle through just so that it's nice and secured, and it has that shape and it keeps that shape. So I'm just gonna go through a few times and until I'm satisfied. So just do that, go through a few times until you're satisfied with what it looks like and what it feels like, and if it's nice and secure for you. And once you're happy with this, what you're going to do is just tie in your loose ends. So what I'm actually going to do is actually put a knot with these two bits, just so that it's nice and secure. I don't know if you can see properly. There we go. So I've made a knot, and this is what it looks like. So there we go. I finished my ear warmer. I've tidied up all my loose ends, and I'm really excited about how it looks. I'll put extra pictures on my blog. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, see you next time, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.